It happened in seconds. One moment, the decorated police K9 was calmly walking through the halls of Maple Creek Middle School during a routine safety sweep. The next, he lunged with a guttural snarl, tearing down a large student-made painting that hung proudly outside the library. Gasps echoed through the corridor. "Axel!" "No!" Officer Jenna Morales shouted, yanking back on the leash. But it was too late. The colorful mural, a tribute to kindness and community, lay in shredded pieces on the floor. Behind it? A small, hollowed-out hole in the wall. And what they found inside that hole would uncover a secret so shocking, it would change the school and several lives, forever. Axel wasn't a typical dog. A 4-year-old Belgian Malinois, he was trained to detect narcotics, explosives, weapons, and even missing persons. A focused, highly skilled K9 who never acted out. Officer Jenna Morales had worked with Axel since he was a pup. She trusted him more than anyone she knew. So when he tore that painting down during what should have been a routine sweep, she didn't punish him. She followed his nose. It all started when Maple Creek had a scare, a tip called in by an anonymous parent suggesting something dangerous was hidden somewhere on campus. The school board, trying not to alarm students, scheduled a quiet K9 sweep during a teacher workday. No students. No drama. Just a quick check. Officer Morales and Axel had already cleared the gym and cafeteria. The library hallway was next. It was filled with art, brightly colored posters, motivational quotes, and the massive painting Axel tore down. At first glance, it looked like any other mural, bright blues and greens, a smiling sun, children holding hands. It had been created by the 6th grade art club the year before. But as soon as they walked past it, Axel froze. Ears up. Nose twitching. Then he lunged. What he found behind it stunned everyone. The hole in the wall was just large enough for a small hand. Inside was a metal box, rusted and cold to the touch. Officer Morales slipped on gloves, carefully pulled it free, and opened it. Inside, a bundle of photographs, a small bag of pills, 2 flash drives, and something even more disturbing, a spiral-bound notebook labeled simply, "Help." The room fell silent. No one spoke for a long time. The investigation that followed was swift and deeply unsettling. The photos showed what appeared to be one of the school's janitors, Mr. Ray Ellis, handing over small bags of unknown substances to older students in the parking lot. The pills, confirmed by forensics, were prescription medication stolen from the nurse's cabinet. The flash drives contained journal entries and video recordings, secretly captured footage by a student who had clearly been trying to document what was happening. The notebook? It was the voice of a child desperate for someone to listen. Her name was Talia Green. Talia was a quiet 7th grader, smart, creative, and often overlooked. She rarely spoke in class and spent most of her free time in the art room or library. She had never gotten in trouble, never raised her voice. Her journal entries were heartbreaking. She'd seen Mr. Ellis hiding things in the walls. She'd watched older students exchange envelopes in the hallway. She'd even followed one of them to the bathroom after he collapsed during recess. But when she tried to tell someone, a teacher, the counselor, even the principal, she was dismissed. She was making up stories. So she documented everything. Wrote it down. Took photos. Recorded what she could on her school tablet. And then, terrified she'd be caught, she hid it all in the only place she thought no one would look, behind her own artwork. The mural. Her painting. The one Axel destroyed. Talia had moved schools a month before the sweep. Her parents never explained why, just that something wasn't right at Maple Creek. But after the discovery, they were contacted immediately. Talia's mother wept when she heard the news. She tried so hard to do the right thing, she said. And no one believed her. Mr. Ellis was arrested. 3 students were brought in for questioning. One was hospitalized for substance use. The school nurse resigned when it was discovered she hadn't properly secured the medication cabinets. But the biggest change? People started listening. Talia returned to Maple Creek a month later, not as a student, but as a guest of honor. At a special assembly, the school unveiled a new mural, painted by students and teachers together. At the center of it, a girl with a paintbrush stood beside a dog with sharp eyes and kind posture. Above them, in big bold letters, were the words, "One voice can make a difference." Officer Morales stood beside Talia as the crowd clapped. Axel, tail wagging, leaned gently against her leg. Talia knelt beside him and whispered, "Thank you for seeing what no one else could." So what changed everything? Not just the discovery. Not just the arrest. What changed everything was a little girl's quiet courage and a dog's unstoppable instinct. It reminded everyone that the most dangerous things are often hidden in plain sight. That sometimes, the heroes aren't the loudest ones in the room. Sometimes, they're the quiet artist. And the dog who refuses to walk away.